Today is Sunday, where we look at our Sunday slip, all things going down in the Pokemon TCG, especially those sealed product and single cards. We want to try to analyze the market a little bit, so let's dive in. Partially for low-hanging fruit, but also a good sign of just a little bit of normalcy. It's not exactly normal because we still have these inflated prices. However, it's good to see that the prices all in Journey Together seem to have the same trend as far as their graph. Let's start off with the Journey Together Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Now, if you remember, Prismatic Evolution's Elite Trainer Box, the Pokemon Center version, just climbed and climbed and climbed on up, and I think it's sitting around $350. Whoa, pretty crazy. This is just as exclusive. It is just as exclusive. Now, I understand it's going to be different packs and different promo inside, but we're sitting about 130, is that right? Looks like, yeah, about 138, 139, and you get the listing with the shipping here. Yeah, we're about there, 139, 140 almost. So good to see it has come down quite a bit there. And then the rest for Journey Together is following a very similar trend. That FOMO price, the Salamence EX, currently sitting at about $113. That was starting out pretty darn high, like all of them. The Wailord illustration rare looks good here. I really like this one. I think this is kind of a little fan favorite of the set. That it stands out pretty nice, and it's sitting down at $21.50, and it looks like it's still on a decline, so there may be time for this one to go even further down. One of the big hitters, the Articuno out of Journey Together, one of the original legendary bird Pokemon, and definitely a fan favorite Pokemon for the long haul of the entire franchise. I mean, we peaked out at a crazy price of $64.25 for this one when it started, and that was just the wild FOMO prices that people thought this should be worth. Of course, this is pretty normal to see the FOMO price like that. However, I think it's a little bit different this time around because the recent sets prior to this, they went to the FOMO price and then they stayed there, and oftentimes they climbed up. So people taking a little bit of a gamble, you kind of got to give them a little grace to say, you know, you weren't reading the market inaccurately. You just haven't been in it long enough to understand. Although we've seen in the past where a lot of people just jump on this and they pay that crazy phone price. Because right now, this Articuno is sitting around $31. $31. That's not bad. I mean, we get this into the 20s range. I think a lot of people are going to be happy and be able to go pick that up because it is going to be one of the more popular ones. The regular Elite Trainer box out of Journey Together, Pokemon's latest set, but not for long. May is just around the corner for Destined Rivals. We have a nice downward trend on this one, and it was sitting around that $75 mark to be kind of like a market level for a while. And when I say a while, since it hasn't been out that long, I'm talking like 4 or 5, almost 5 days. You know, so in the less than a month span that it's been out, that's a good chunk here. So now we're actually getting down to sub 70 here at 68, almost $68.50. Pretty good to see that happening there, where it's getting a little bit closer to that MSRP of $50. So we got some room to go there, and a little bit more reprints, restocks, a little focus elsewhere. You know, people might be able to start picking this up a little bit more regular. Volcanion EX, the special illustration rare. Now, I was not impressed by this one upon the initial release. I didn't think it really fit into this Journey Together feeling. However, the art's kind of growing on me a little bit, and there's a lot of people who really do enjoy this card, and I think it's just kind of, okay, it has its place. I don't know if Journey Together was the right spot to release it, but that's all right, and it doesn't matter to me. It's just an opinion. I'm really just talking here. But for a special illustration rare, sitting under $40 at $39, that's not too bad. Got to be happy about that one. Iono's Bellibolt EX. This is the gold card, all right? There's the full art. This is the gold card here. Again, we're still on Journey Together. We're sitting around $30 on this one. Not too bad for a popular gold card. Lily's Clefairy. This will be called the chase of the set from this Pokemon set of Journey Together. And we are actually on this nice downward trend. Get out of my way. Sorry, talking to myself and my computer. Look at that steep decline from the FOMO price, a little bump up, like we might not really want to let it go, and then it's got a good slip on the back end there. All right, so we're actually sitting down at its lowest possible price right now, 200 flat, and I think there's ways to go. The listings already show a few dollars less, so we are trending downwards still on this card, which is great to see for the hobby and for the collector, your average collector out there. Good to see. The Journey Together Booster Bundle. Again, Pokemon does booster boxes. Those are not always the easiest to come by. Booster bundles, a little bit more easy to obtain. And it's a similar concept. It's just straight packs. So you get 6 packs in here and a little bit easier to digest. But even still, these things retail for $27, $28. And we're sitting around 42 almost, 41 and a half. So, you know, kind of tough to deal with that when you only have a handful of collection dollars to be spending. Hops Zacian EX, another special illustration rare. I think this might be up there as far as like, you know, top 3 or 4 or something like that, but we're at $66. That Lily's Clefairy is the one pushing it the highest, and that one's getting under 200 already. That is great. That is wonderful news to see. Journey Together booster box. This is a regular booster box. There's also the enhanced booster box. I think I have that pulled up. Yeah, we haven't gone over it yet, which is the one that comes with the promo, and I believe the enhanced booster box is coming at a lower price point, even though it has the promo included. Very confusing to me. I don't understand the decision making behind that as far as people making their purchases on these, but the Journey Together booster box has an interesting graph compared to the rest, where we got this pre-sale price of just climbing up to a big spike of $285, and then we're working our way back down. I'm sorry, but you could see the cards ahead of time. You could do a little research, see the cards ahead of time, and go, yeah, this isn't going to hold a candle to Surging Sparks, which is in that 250 range. Okay, so let's not go crazy. Let's not go insane on this booster box. It's a booster box. There should be tons of them. There should be tons of them. There should be more coming. You know, reprint after reprint should happen on these. We are sitting currently at $229 on the regular booster box here for Journey Together. Belly Bolt getting all the love. Iono's Belly Bolt EX. This is not the gold. This is the special illustration rare. I don't know if Belly Bolt's really a popular Pokemon. Kind of an interesting one. They did a Eraser pack the other, like last year or something with Belly Bolt in it. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to push some of these Pokemon out there a little bit more. And I understand Journey Together is to have this little bit more emphasis on these trainers with their specific Pokemon, so you got to bring a little highlight to that as well. This one had a weird spike up, but you got to just write all that off, because this is the FOMO price right here where it starts on that high point, but we work our way down, and we're at $88 on this one currently, so not horrible for another special illustration rare in modern times with the Pokemon boom. Ends Zoroark EX here. Special illustration rare. I think this might be number 2 of this set, and we're sitting at $105. All right, that'd be great to see that come down under 100 would be great. Pokemon Journey Together enhanced booster box. The enhanced booster box again comes with that stamped promo, the Pokemon the Ends Rashiram promo sitting in there, and this has just been a good slow decline here. We're at $212 on this one. Much better price than the regular booster box. Again, I don't understand the difference. $210 here, shipping included on that. Oh, we're done with Journey Together. Thank goodness. It does have an end in sight. Actually, if you go through the set, it goes on and on and on like that. Mew EX from Paldean Fates. Good, steady decline. Continuing down that road. Let's go to actually where their sales were. $331. It's still really steep, but it's good to see this price is coming down. We have our Venusaur EX out of Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon 151. Good little trend downward, and then a little bump back up, like we might have overcorrected here, but we should see this kind of trend where it's either going to be leveling off, or it's going to go up a little bit and then come back down and go up a little bit and come back down. It should be a little bit more jagged as the market continues to decide where does this card live, but it should begin to trend up or down, and I'm guessing, just in my opinion, it's going to trend downward for a little bit longer, and then we should see it level off. And then maybe next year summer, we'll start seeing it really gain. So if it's going to go down, I don't think it's got a lot of room to go there, because it's sitting currently at like $70, $69 here it says. But some of the listings appear to be even lower than that, $65. You got $2 on it, $67. Okay, so not horrible for some of those listings. Pulling it down a little bit there. We have the Charizard EX out of Paldean Fates. Similar trend where it's declining down. It got to a low, quote unquote low, recently at least. It got down to a low of 187, and now we're up to like 193. So again, we're going to be moving it a little bit up and down in the few dollars either direction moving forward. Crown Zenith, Pokemon did a good job with the set. The pull rates are phenomenal, and the set is so good that you don't get annoyed. Even though the pull rates are really good, you don't get bored of the set. It doesn't matter how many you open. Unless you've mastered the set, you're not going to get bored of it, because you're chasing those last handful of cards, but along the way, you're getting some really cool pulls, really fun opening experience. Crown Zenith, Pokemon should take note of how they did this one, how much they released of it, how many products kept coming out of it, and continue that trend for any and every specialty set moving forward. You wouldn't have the issue of prismatic evolutions right now. You wouldn't have the issue of the crazy, insane boom the way we are seeing it now, like we've never seen before. I mean, I guess, yes, it has been cooling off a little bit, but people are still waiting in line on Pokemon Center for a Pokeball tin, okay? Like, it's kind of nuts. They did that this past week. It was Love Ball and another one, and oh my gosh, you get in the queue, you wait there for 20 minutes just to find out your little $13 3-pack tin is sold out. That's too much effort for the community to try to get 3-packs. You know, like a specialty item, even that's annoying. They should just print enough. Print enough, Pokemon. You could do it. Giratina V-Star out of Crown Zenith. Good decline here. It was really high. I mean, just in the past 3 months, it was at 215, but now we're down to 186. Keep coming down. I still need you. Keep coming down in price. The Charmander promo out of the Scarlet and Violet Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer box. Now, this one got a lot of hype once the Stellar Crown set came out for the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur, and then the 3 of them surged on the boom. So, as a trio, yes, I get it. Little triptych there that looks great, but it's just a promo. They should be a dime a dozen when they come out and pretty readily available. You can still find the Obsidian Flames products, sealed products of Elite Trainer boxes, booster boxes, but they're all riding the wave of the boom, so everything went up. It's nice to see this one promo coming down a little bit because people were having these available for, you know, I mean, my goodness, for nothing. Let's go back. Yeah, $4, $5 for a long time, and that's just a year ago. So really, really good here to see it coming down from that higher, almost $30 mark down to about 22 right now. We have the Garbodor EX Scarlet and Violet base set. It's taken a long time, but Scarlet and Violet base set has finally climbed up a little bit, but really jagged movements here. People aren't knowing where they want to go with this. Pretty easy pull rates on Scarlet and Violet base, but if you're going to be putting the money into the sealed product, you're kind of reluctant to be opening it, even though you're probably going to be getting some decent hits along the way. But the value isn't really there. If you want to open it for a good pack opening experience, you know, with the family or whatever, great set to do that on, especially if you haven't done it before. So if you're going to be spending the money on packs, Scarlet and Violet's a fun one to typically open. $46 is where we're sitting on this one for the special illustration here, Garbodor EX. And this one has really been all over the place. Just in the past year, we were at a low of $20, and it's really climbed up. But it's good to see that you bring in a little bit more recent. We have some decline coming here because, yes, it was probably a little overvalued, although I think it was quite undervalued to begin with. So somewhere in the middle makes sense there. The Greninja EX, this is not the one from Twilight Masquerade. This is the promo that they had for the Shrouded Fable was the set, and people went nuts for these boxes. You had 6 packs and the Greninja EX, and every one of the packs, people were kind of like, I guess so. It wasn't really an appreciated set. I think there's some interesting stuff in that set. The more I've come to, you know, open a little bit, see a little bit, I've appreciated that set a little bit more. And this one climbed up pretty good into the $40 range, but now we're sitting down at about $31, almost $32. And lastly, the Charizard V-Star promo. This is out of that Charizard UPC. A lot of Sword and Shield packs in there, and I think that's a lot of the value. But it's good to see that the promos are coming down. This one's at about $32 for the Charizard V-Star. Pretty cool artwork. Not a horrible pickup even at that price, in my opinion. If you made it this far to the video, thank you. I'm giving away a Brilliant Stars ETB once we hit 5,000 subscribers for this channel. I'm also giving away 5 Pokemon mystery card lots. All you got to do is be a part of the channel and make sure that you comment in the right spot. It's going to be over on this video here. That's where you're going to leave a comment, so you're entered to win for that 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Make sure that you're a part of the channel fully. Like the video today, comment down below, and subscribe. I do post 7 days a week. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.